Ah, the Soviets marching along the muddy field on their sand. What the fuck? Okay. Well, that was a weird way to start the game, canceling the tier 2 structure for Frost. On the other side, we have Crazy Man. Where are his units? Ah, there he is. The Sturm Pioneers. I didn't call it the Sturmgewehren this time. Anyways, welcome everybody, and to another amateurish cast. Today we have a treat for ya. It's Frost versus Crazy Man 64335 TM. Let's see what these guys are starting out with. Let's one Volksgrenadier, two Volksgrenadiers, and a Sturm Pioneer, of course, and we have the Conscripts building on the way. Sandbag fortifications are already being built. The tier 2 got cancelled early on, so not sure. This is not going to be a max and spam game, which is pretty cool. Anyways, let's take a look at our doctrines. For Crazy Man, we have Breakthrough already chosen. And on the other side, for Frost, we have Shock Rifles, Mechanized Support, and Conscript Support. Wow, that is pretty interesting. I haven't seen Conscript Support taken by anybody just yet. Maybe he's trying it out. Maybe he's going for that PPSH Conscript build. Who knows? Only time will tell. So, how have you guys been? I've been pretty well. I failed my driving test on Thursday, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. And I bet this Volksgrenadier squad is feeling pretty good about being caught by two conscripts. That poor guy has got to get out of here. So the middle will go to Frost for just a bit. They're gonna build the sandbags to counter their sandbags. If you build sandbags, more sandbags, well, look how the German sandbags are so pristine. On the other side, we just have a basically one layer of sandbags and a dirt and wood and bricks and stuff. Gotta get, you gotta do what you do. You gotta build out of anything, especially when you don't have pristine sandbags. I mean, it's Russia. What the fuck are you gonna find sand? Combat Engineer Squad actually doing a pretty good job at fending off this Volks. They will be forced to retreat in a momentarily. And the Volksgrenadier is trying to get its revenge, killing off a conscript and engaging the other side. Green cover versus green cover on this side. Conscript is fortifying this position, trying to drive off German forces on that munition point. Two Volksgrenadier bullying the one conscript squad. Ooh, history has repeated itself. 4 conscript squads for Frost at the moment. A very good fighting force, but early truck for Crazy Man instead of another Volksgrenadier squad. Interesting. We're gonna see a lot of heals. He might even go for a ISG or MG34 right away. Now, I see a lot of OKW players going for that early truck, and I'm not sure if it's because it is not worth to get another Sturm Pioneer squad, or maybe another Volks. Maybe 4 Volks is too much bleed. I'm not entirely sure, and I don't know what is the most optimal build yet. I do know, however, that healing is good. Healing is great, and this Conscript squad might get just completely murdered here as 4 man stack up. And yeah, holy crap, that was so unfortunate. The 4 man just getting stuck together and raped by the not MG, Sturm rifles. Volk's doing a good job here. Another conscript squad tossing a Molotov, completely missed. Whoever threw that Molotov was definitely drunk. Nothing really happening here, just people dying. Who cares about those guys? Looks like another... Oh, he is purchasing the medic upgrade, so fully healed squads are gonna be a pretty good thing. On the other side, do we see tier 2 yet? No, we do see Molotov and the field infirmary. A good fighter position here for the Soviets. Might be able to get a Molotov off too to really drive these guys back. Oh, conscripts in heavy cover. Oh, this is gonna be a close one. In the middle though, it's just a constant constant battle at long range. Volksgrenadiers do win at long range. Sturm rifles upgraded on these Volks, but they're probably still gonna lose. Unless, of course, their buddy, the Sturm Pioneer, comes out with all of their machine guns. I don't get it. I don't understand why they decided to give all these engineers the machine guns instead of, or assault rifles, excuse me, instead of the actual mainline troops. I guess they do get to protect themselves a bit more, but engineers aren't supposed to be in combat. You know, despite their name, combat engineers, these guys aren't very good at combat at all. But hey, I guess that's just how Company Heroes goes. Let's take a look at these guys' field supply, shall we? 19 versus 20, so very, very close. If Crazy Man capped this though, he'll go up to 26 and might be able to get an early what's it called, flak half track out. That was not the flak half track I hovered over, but that doesn't matter. No matters. Ooh, Jaeger light infantry squad. Sorry, fuck, that's the austere one. This is the Panzer Fusiliers. Not that much superior, but they do get the recon package, so that's pretty good. They are a 6-man squad too. Raketin is on the field, but no sort of armor planned for the Soviets at the moment. Frost is really saving up that field. I don't know what he's going for, honestly, at this point, as he doesn't even have tier 2, and his engineer is just retreating. It was fighting on the front lines a few moments ago. It looks like Frost is really trying to stall this one out, but I don't know what for. What is his plan? How is he gonna win this one? Now, something that you don't see from lower level games is the heavy utilization of cover at long range. I feel like a lot of games around my level, I'm about level 8 or 9. A lot of people will just charge in at like a green cover fortification and expect to win. I know, cause I do that a lot. I play a lot of Soviets and I run my conscripts in like they're fucking shock troops or something, but they're not, and I have to come to realize that they're good at medium range, but kind of shit at really close range. Anyways, more long range fights. Germans are more accurate on this front, so maybe he should try to get something else, maybe a Maxim, maybe a mortar. No, I think he is going for a T-70, but he probably should expect this Raketin by now. I know Frost is a pretty high level player, so he probably could expect the Raketin to be on the field. Conscripts charging in at the Panzer Fusiliers on the green cover, upgraded with the recon package now. These conscripts will have to retreat, and that firepower is just too intense. On the other side, more charging into green cover. I guess these conscripts really don't have a choice to, but they will have to retreat right now or face being wiped. On the other side, however, the Molotovs are really keeping the Germans off. But those are precious munitions. Actually, it doesn't seem like Frost is very dependent on munitions right now. He has a lot of munitions stocked up. Oh my goodness. All of these green covers that conscripts just can't contest. They're just getting sniped off at long range. There is nothing they can do to charge up. And that man goes into the atomically correct standing position. Look how his arms are equally apart and his eyes stare straight dead ahead. What a legend. Thank you for... Oh man. I hate it when that happens. Especially because it just kind of takes you out of the game, you know? I mean, pretty much mostly people wouldn't know this, but when you're casting, you see the little things. You see the little mistakes. You get to be the backseat driver and tell everybody what to do. And oh boy, since I have started driving, holy crap, I have hated. I hate backseat driving now. I used to be a backseat driver. I was like, oh, what the hell are you doing? Why are you turning this way? Like, wait for the light and stuff. But now that I'm driving, I'm like, oh fuck, this is hard. This is actually difficult. I need some time to get used to this. And when my parents started yelling to me about you know, turning or signaling and stuff like that. I'm like, shut up! Shut the fuck up. Let me focus, right? Let me do this. You're not having the steering wheel. Fuck off. But hey, you know, I understand their pain now. Raketten hidden, and the T-70 gets straight hit, and probably the Panzerfaust is going in, and the T-70 might just get blown up straight away. The Panzer headquarters is so close to finishing, and the T-70 is on the way, and it does finish. T-70 is going to be blown out of the waters as soon as it's appeared. Conscripts will have to back off from this field point now because of the immense range of the Panzer headquarters. So that means he should probably start to focus on this side a bit. And Crazy Man should do the same, considering he has a lot of map control just with this Panzer headquarters. Now, considering Crazy Man's manpower income, he could go for the Obersalons. No, he doesn't go for the Obersalons, he goes for another Panzer Fusilier squad, which is pretty interesting to say the least. We now have not 1, not 4, but 5 whole conscript squads on the field. And it looks like Frost did indeed go for the conscript support tactics with the assault package upgrade. This is pretty damn interesting to say the least. As you know, as I've said, I've never seen anyone choose this. Like seriously, holy crap, how do you use this? I guess conscript repair kit is pretty useful, rapid conscription is pretty useful, but you don't have any vehicles, Frost. How are you gonna use that? Anyways, we basically see core infantry versus core infantry, PPSHs versus off Sturm rifles. The battle of the ages, everybody. The battle of the ages here. Not tanks, right? Fuck tanks. This is the pinnacle of conscripts. This is the pinnacle of Soviet tactics, the pinnacle of combat in Company of Heroes 2. That is right! Conscripts versus core infantry. No vehicles allowed. Fuck vehicles. Vehicles suck ass. Who needs vehicles when you have conscripts anyways? Oh, we do have a Maxon on the other side of the field securing this VP point, and the conscripts stalling in heavy cover with what is it called? Hit the dirt. This conscript squad is pretty much impossible to kill at this point. Like, unless a heavy mortar round lands on these guys, it isn't pretty much impossible to kill these guys just with regular fire. And I think that's what Frost was planning for. These conscripts can stall very, very effectively with hit the dirt. Look at this. Look, they're going to be able to win against the Sturm Pioneers. Holy crap, that is a Vet 3 conscript hitting the dirt. Who knew that laying down belly flat on the ground would give you so much of a defensive capabilities? Like, who knew, right? Anyways, MG here, Vet 3. Ooh, good incendiary barrage. Might even get the squad. They're burning. They're burning. No, one man does get out on the silver of health. Fortunate for Crazy Man, but I'm pretty sure Frost doesn't feel very happy about that.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
You know, this is someone's home. This is someone's house. And war never changes. Always blowing up people's houses. And holy shit, this conscript. These guys have been fighting for a long while. And that's kind of the theme of this match. A little bit of trench combat going on here. A little bit of actual tactics instead of, you know, throwing everybody into the meat grinder. I really like this match so far. I mean, it's kind of cool to see infantries actually fight instead of just getting blown up by grenades and all that stuff. Oh my god, hitting the dirt on these conscripts. These folks just can't handle it. So, all of the VP points are under Frost's control right now. I wonder what Crazy Man has in his pocket. He does have an ISG to barrage any defensive positions. Good choice, honestly, because these conscripts were just not dying under heavy cover and hitting dirt. I think just toss a Molotov in there, man. You're just losing too much manpower doing this. Just run them up, toss a Molotov, clear them out. Passive field civilians are here, but I guess he just doesn't want to use more munitions than is necessary. Crazy Man almost have enough fuel for a Panzer IV. And Frost almost have enough fuel to get a T-34. That T-34 is going to be able to hit the field first, but that is if he actually decides to go for the T-34. Wow, a brave engineer squad almost captures the enemy field point. Hitting the dirt really decreases a lot of fire coming in. Volkswagen trying to flank the MG as much as they can. However, they're I don't think they're gonna be too successful with 3 conscript squads focusing fire. Oh, this conscript squad is forced to retreat with a Sturm Pioneer. And wow, this is like, how do you call it? The flow of the battlefield, the push and pull, yin and yang. These guys have good chemistry together, playing a game of flanks, playing a game of conserving your units at medium range. I think this is how Company of Heroes is truly meant to be played. Not with blobbing, not with cheese grenades, but with careful unit control at cover. Using abilities of units at their full potential. Like, you know, PPSHs and hit the dirt. Very, very interesting stuff. Now, Frost is saving up a bit of that fuel, and so is Crazy Man. Crazy Man does have 170. He could go for a Panzer if he wishes, but somehow I feel like he might be saving up for that Yak Tiger. Who knows? I just have a hunch. On the other side, we have Frost with his 143 fuel. Maybe going for the KV-1? If so, these guys are playing like very, very late game oriented builds. Oh, no. Frost just spent all of his money, and he is going for a KV-1. Wow, I was right on the money right there. Now, if you guys don't know, the KV-1 is one of my favorite tanks in the game. It's not particularly good at anything it does, it's just so tanky and hard to kill. I mean, every pack shot was still pretty much penetrated. However, it got like the 0.8 damage modifier, so that means this KV-1 tank could take more shots than maybe even the Tiger can, which is pretty neat because it's only 145 fuel. It does have the cannon of a T-34, I believe, with the same penetration values, so it's basically a bulkier, heavier T-34, and that's always cool. KV-1 hitting the field, no skin attached, but it doesn't need it because it's so cute. Cute? Did I just call the thing cute? Fun fact about the KV-1, by the way, when it first appeared on the battlefield against the Germans, the Wehrmacht didn't have anything to kill it. Like, they just couldn't kill the tank. Until, you know, the Panzers showed up, which is what Crazy Man is building. Like, there was one particular K1 that sat in the middle of anti-tank fire for 2 days. It was in a swamp, so I guess it was hard to fire, but mostly it was just because most of the anti-tank weapons couldn't penetrate its heavy armor at the time. Of course, this is like very, very early on in the war, but it was just so much of a surprise how the Soviets were just able to actually produce something that matched the Germans until it was completely overtaken by the Panzer. Nice reactionary Panzer in the face of the KV-1. Frost is probably going to have to get an AT gun to deal with the Panzer. KV-1 is in desperate needs of repair. It's not the most mobile of tanks, and with a heavy engine damage, it is even less maneuverable.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
I feel like the Soviet lines are starting to fall apart as Crazy Man is pushing his Panzer advantage, trying to get territory whenever he can so he can scrounge up enough stuff to get the VP points back. There is a couple things to do. Think about one, the Crazy Man does have the Yak Tiger available. He can call them in if this game goes late enough, and I think it just might, looking at the VP scores at the moment. And we do have Vet 5 Volksgrenadiers on the field right now, and those things are absolutely going to shred these conscripts up. Of course, Vet 3 conscripts are still very good, they're just not as good as Vet 5 Volksgrenadiers. It's important to keep these units alive, especially because they're so veteran, and especially because you don't want to give the other guy any more veterancy. This conscript squad might just go down if the Panzer decides to chase, but no, it is going to get away. Was one man left. Some mines, S-mines going down on the ground over here. Don't really think Frost has the manpower for anything right now. He is desperately trying to prepare the KV-1 to get it back on the field, and he's trying to, save up his manpower. Which, I mean, 5 conscript squads and 2 Maxes? That is a huge manpower drain. An absolute insane amount of manpower drain on your economy. On the other side, though, yes, there is a lot of Panzer Fusiliers and a lot of Volks, but German infantry just doesn't go down like Russian infantry did. So you're just gonna end up sending more manpower on these conscripts if they're not able to do anything. Good shot by this gun, penetrating the armor of the Panzer. Nice, another shot by this gun. Very nice stuff. Hit the dirt, goes down to the conscripts. ISG barraging on their position perfectly, actually. The KV-1 is finally back in action. I think Conscript was forced to retreat, or maybe something got wiped over here, not entirely sure. KV-1 is shooting and missing. Nice. Hoorah, coming in on the side. I hear it. Where is it? It's over here, trying to fight the Panzer Fusiliers at close range, and it's just not working out for the conscripts. It really isn't. Wait, this is a close one. The fire might get the Panzer Fusiliers, and they go down. No, each squad has 1 man alive. But the Soviets have to spend more munitions, more resources to actually win the fight, which is kind of pretty disappointing when a conscript squad, which is Vet 3, by the way, Vet 3 conscript squad with Ura and Molotov is barely able to win against a Vet 2 Panzer Fusilier squad. Just shows you how powerful these guys actually are. What is going on over here? It is a flank. Yes. Oh, wait, hold up. I gotta talk something off topic right now. Yo, how cool would it be if you got to drive one of these babies? I know Russian tanks are notorious for having like cramped quarters and bad controls, but let's be real here. How cool would it be to drive one of these things? Or one of these things. Mostly in Panzer. You will probably want to be in the Panzer rather than the KV-1. But still, one of my friends, you know, he was supposed to become driver for an Abrams tank, and that's what he signed into the army to do. Not sure what happened to him. He might be dead. I don't want to like assume anything, but he might be dead. Not entirely sure. Haven't heard of him for a while. Let's just, you know, let's keep hope that he's not dead. Pray for my friend, all right? Just call him. Let's call him Mystery Person G. All right, let's call him that. Pray for Mystery Person G that he's still alive and kicking, and not burning in hell for whatever lolly stuff that he watches. Panzer is doing absolutely, actually pretty great on these infantry squads. A nice hit for the KV-1. You know, if Panzer really wanted to do it, it can just destroy this KV-1. This KV-1 doesn't have a lot of deflection capabilities, but it does have a lot of health. Take a lot of shots, it just doesn't deflect any like the Panzer does. We can see Frost is regretting that he ever built so many conscripts. Because holy crap, he doesn't have any manpower. And this KV-1 is not really doing that much. It does have 12 kills, and that's a respectable amount. And it has absorbed a lot of hits. However, this is just a lot of stalling. You can't really make any progress right now against Crazy Man if you're Frost anyways. And your AT guns are just other shit. So, what you really need is an Su-85 to deal with this Panzer, and then maybe you can push in to get the Panzer headquarters before it's too late. However, it doesn't seem like Crazy Man is going to bring out another vehicle anytime soon. He might be saving for the Jagdtiger, to be honest. Since he doesn't have his third truck, he might just get the Jagdtiger and finish this. Which is, he's pretty close to the Jagdtiger, to be honest. Just about 50 fuel to go. No, he spent the fuel on something. Not entirely sure what it is. No, it is the supply half-track. So he is not just going straight for the Jagdtiger. He is going for something else entirely. Interesting, interesting. Alright, here we go. Another Soviet offensive in the middle. Driving that dastardly KV-1 tank into the middle. Fighting against the Panzer, although not doing it very successfully. Where is that Zis gun? It is coming. It is coming for backup. The ISG is having a grand old time, I do believe. Oh shit, my frames. Hello? 5 kills. Not too bad. Love that too. Panzer is forced to retreat with the incoming AT gun. And this KV-1 on the side might actually be able to take out that crew if they're not careful. Ooh! Nice shot! Panzer is here though. Lieutenant is off on the side, taking a random shot on that thing. KV-1 is forced to back off now. It is a bit slow. It might get taken out if the Panzer does decide to go forward. It does go forward, crushing some of the... Why? Oh my god! Exposing rear armor at the last second there. Very bad micro, or maybe it was just a glitch from Frost. The AT gun does get some good damage upon the Panzer, but I'm afraid it's just not enough. Incendiary rounds coming in. I wonder on what position. It is on these random Volksgrenadiers in cover. Wow, this is weird. Burning the engineers as well. It's pretty bad. His field point is about to get capped though. And there's a lot of infantry just sitting in the base that can't be reinforced.
One of our AT guns has been neutralized.
Where? What? Wow, the AT gun gets taken out by the Panzer Fusiliers. The KV-1 goes down to the Panzer. Conscripts are just in base and they can't really like combat all of this heavy German infantry, and I think that's the end of the game. And I was right. As we all know from previous casts, when my stream glitches, it usually means it's the end of the game. Frost has fought hard, and he has fought well. His interesting plan was the conscripts in the beginning. Wow, what a plan, dude. But I don't think going fully into conscripts was a good idea, especially when your opponents had better infantry, such as Panzer Fusiliers, ready to combat any conscript squad. Because we saw one conscript squad can only win against a Fusilier, a Vet 2 Fusilier to be fair, once he has used all of his abilities like Molotov, Ura. It wasn't a match at all. And the KV-1, while it was a fantastic tank and it did do a lot, it had more than 12 kills, it just wasn't impactful enough. Not the way that an IS-2 or a KV-8 or maybe even 2 T-34s would. And you can see Frost has a lot of fuel. However, he doesn't have the manpower to really churn out T-34s or even get an Su-85 to counter this Panzer. So I advise you, my fellow viewers, to A. Don't build too many core infantry units. You never want to bleed your manpower to a point where you cannot afford vehicles. 2. Get elite infantry if your opponent is getting elite infantry. I mean, honestly, Frost could have just went into shock troops and just completely dominated the battlefield with them, because one shock troop squad is so much better than equipping 3 conscripts with the PBSHs. And you could have gotten like 2 shock troops, and that would have still probably bled less than the conscript squads, considering you know that you cannot fight tanks with the shock troops, so you play them more conservatively. And shock troops are just generally, they have body armor, so they can't be killed that reliably by regular firepower. So at the end of the video, I wish all of you guys a really nice day. This is cast 14, I believe, and I'm shooting for 50 at the end of the year. If you enjoyed this video, hit me up with a comment. I like comments more than I like thumbs ups and views. Who the fuck cares about views anyways? Not me. So give me a comment. Tell me what you liked about the video, what you hate about the video, and what you want to see in general. I could do 2v2s, I could do 33, I could do montages, whatever. Just give me some suggestions, will ya? Anyways, have a nice day, and I'll see you guys on the next Amateurs Cast.